He had everything: power, fame, wealth. He was the CEO of one of the most influential companies in the world, and the heir to an empire that stretched across continents. But there was just one problem. To keep it all, he had to get married. That was the condition. The clause buried deep in his grandfather's will. Declan Kane didn't believe in love, and he definitely didn't want a wife. But the company was his life. So he came up with a plan. A logical, calculated deal. A marriage that looked perfect on paper. And the only woman he trusted enough to make it work was the one person he could never afford to fall for. His assistant, Iris. Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher is a sizzling, emotionally driven, fake marriage romance that takes the reader on a wild ride through love, ambition, fear, and healing. This book is the second installment in the Dreamland Billionaires series, and it delivers high-stakes drama, sharp banter, and heart-aching vulnerability. At the heart of the story is Declan Kane, a brooding, emotionally shut-off billionaire who finds himself trapped between duty and desire. He never wanted marriage, never even thought about it. His life was about control, order, efficiency, feelings. Didn't fit in that system. But when the family company requires him to marry, in order to secure his future as CEO, Declan knows he needs someone who understands him, who won't expect love or romance, just results. Iris, his longtime assistant, becomes the perfect candidate. She's smart, competent, and knows him better than anyone. What he doesn't know is that she's also been secretly in love with him for years. Iris isn't naive. She knows what kind of man Declan is. Cold, blunt, emotionally distant. But she also knows he's capable of more. Beneath the sharp suits and the controlled demeanor is a man who's lonely, hurting, and scared to be vulnerable. So when he offers her the marriage contract, she agrees, not because it's safe, but because it's a chance to be close to him, even if it's just pretend. But pretending isn't easy. Living together, attending public events, holding hands for the cameras, sharing kisses for the press. The lines between fake and real begin to blur quickly. Declan starts noticing the little things about Iris. Her laugh, her strength, her patience. She becomes the one person who brings him peace in the chaos. But he doesn't know how to process it. Every time he starts to feel, he pulls away, afraid of losing control, afraid of needing someone. Lauren Asher masterfully shows the emotional struggle between two people who are deeply connected but terrified of different things. Iris fears being used and forgotten. Declan fears being open and getting hurt. Their marriage may have started as a transaction, but emotions don't follow rules. The tension builds with every shared look, every late-night conversation, every unspoken word. And it explodes in moments that are raw, intense, and deeply intimate. The chemistry between Declan and Iris is undeniable, but the real power of the story lies in the emotional development. Declan isn't your typical romantic hero. He's flawed, guarded, and often frustrating. But his growth is real. Slowly, painfully, he begins to let Iris in. He starts to question everything he's believed about love. Iris becomes more than just an assistant, more than just a wife on paper. She becomes his safe place, his grounding force, his home. But love doesn't come easy. For people with walls that high, there are setbacks, moments of heartbreak, miscommunication, and emotional shutdowns. Iris reaches a breaking point. She realizes she can't keep giving without receiving. She walks away, not because she stops loving him, but because she starts loving herself more. And that's when Declan truly breaks. He's forced to confront his fears, his childhood, his trauma. He has to decide whether to continue living in isolation or fight for the one person who saw him, who stayed, who believed in him, even when he didn't believe in himself. The beauty of Terms and Conditions is in its balance. It's not just about the romance, it's about healing. It's about two people learning how to communicate, how to trust, how to build something real from something fake. The emotional weight of the story is layered with humor, banter, and electric chemistry. The fake marriage trope is elevated here because it's not just about pretending for others. It's about pretending to be fine, pretending not to care, pretending to be immune to love until the truth finally shatters all the lies. Iris is a standout character. She's strong, independent, and emotionally intelligent. She loves deeply, but doesn't lose herself in the process. She challenges Declan, holds her ground, and never begs for love. She shows readers what it means to love someone while still protecting your own heart. Declan's journey is equally compelling. He's not instantly transformed. His progress is slow, realistic, sometimes infuriating. But it's honest. He doesn't become perfect, he becomes better. He learns to listen, to feel, to express. And that's what makes his redemption so satisfying. The supporting characters add depth and color to the narrative. The Kane brothers have their own dynamic full of tension, loyalty, and rivalry. They provide insight into Declan's past and set up the larger themes of legacy, identity, and family pressure. Dreamland, the theme park company they run, becomes a symbolic backdrop. It's a place built on fantasy and illusion, much like the marriage at the center of the story. But beneath the illusion there's truth, heart, and purpose waiting to be discovered. Lauren Asher's writing is smooth, engaging, and emotionally charged. She doesn't rely on cliché twists or overused tropes. Instead, she focuses on character-driven storytelling, making you feel every bit of the angst, the hope, the love. Her pacing is strong, her dialogue sharp, and her emotional beats hit hard. Every moment between Declan and Iris feels earned. Every setback makes the payoff that much sweeter. By the final chapters, Declan does what he's never done before. He opens his heart, not with grand romantic gestures, but with honesty, vulnerability, and consistency. He shows up. He admits his feelings. He fights not just for Iris, but for himself, for the chance to be happy. Their reconciliation is tender, passionate, and deeply satisfying. It's not about perfection. It's about commitment. It's about rewriting the rules of the contract and choosing love over fear. Terms and Conditions is more than a romance novel. It's a story about breaking cycles, letting go of fear, and learning how to love without conditions. It's about the risks we take when we open our hearts and the strength it takes to stay when things get messy. Declan and Iris are characters who stay with you, not because their story is fairy tale perfect, but because it's real, raw, and relatable. It reminds us that the most important promises we make aren't in contracts, they're in the quiet moments when we choose each other again and again. This book is perfect for fans of slow burn romance, fake marriage, tension office, dynamics, and emotionally rich storytelling. It delivers on every level, from the steamy to the sentimental. You'll root for Iris, you'll yell at Declan, and in the end, you'll believe in the kind of love that doesn't come with fine print but with freedom. Link in description.